Yo, what is up, guys? NQ Demon here. Today is Sunday, so I'm gonna be giving you guys like a weekly forecast for the upcoming week. I just did my weekly charting session with my trading partner in the Discord. So if you guys want like the live charting sessions where you guys can ask questions and stuff like that, join our free Discord. We do them for the free members every once in a while, but we do them 2 to 3 times a week in the VIP room. And yeah, we just did a free session in the for the free members in the Discord, and right now I'm gonna be doing like a more cut down version of it for you guys on YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna be giving you guys a weekly forecast for the upcoming week. Let me just start right now. Like I said in the charting session, I told you guys, starting at the monthly, we are really bullish, as you guys can tell. Like if you're not bullish, I don't know what you are right now, but right now we are really bullish because we created this monthly fair value gap. We respected it with the bodies. And as you can see, the bodies respected this monthly fair value gap. And as we are approaching the end of May, this candle is going to be closing really bullish, indicating just bullish order flow. We are respecting bullish PD arrays and having huge expansion to the upside, and we're even at all-time highs right now. So everything is just looking really bullish. On the weekly too, respected this weekly order block with the bodies, and yeah, we didn't really respect this weekly PD bullish fair value gap, but we did respect this order block, and this was the second line of defense. So therefore, we are still bullish. Then we inverse this bearish fair value gap, weekly fair value gap, and again, just only signs of bullishness, and we kept continuing higher, and now we are at all-time high territory. Me personally, like I already said, I don't really like the all-time high territory because the market conditions are kind of unpredictable. We mentioned in the charting sessions that in all-time highs territory, price action is pretty clean on the higher time frame, but on the lower time frame, it can be choppy sometimes and even unpredictable, because we mentioned that, for example, I mentioned multiple times on the Nasdaq in these last couple of videos that the Nasdaq usually just opens up and just runs without you, and you're not going to know when the market is going to give you an opportunity or it's going to run without you. So the market conditions are a little bit more unpredictable. You don't really get those liquidity sweep trades, you just get those breakout trades. So if you're a breakout trader, you can definitely bank on these type of market conditions. But if you like to enter on retracements or order blocks or fair value gaps, you're gonna get less trade opportunities. You're not gonna There is still gonna be opportunities, but it's gonna be less. So you have to be more patient and just accept the fact that you're not gonna find the same amount of trades than the other market conditions. So it really is just a matter of discipline. You just have to stay disciplined, follow your plan. Don't go change stuff or change a lot of things. Try to keep your main part of your strategy intact. Maybe you can tweak some stuff and adapt to the market conditions like I have done, but try to just stay with the main part of your strategy and just try to stay disciplined and accept the fact that you're gonna find less trades. You know what I mean? Maybe you can, because you're gonna find less trades, you can risk more. Again, if you have back tested your strategy and you can do that, and you know that you have the psychology to deal with more risk and losing more, maybe just risk more on your trades, so you still make the same amount of money or percentages with this less amount of trades. That is, for example, something I have implemented in my strategy. Instead of risking 1%, now I risk 1.5. I'm not ready to go to 2% yet, but 1.5 is definitely like my sweet spot right now. What more did I want to say? So yeah, that was basically the weekly and the monthly. Going on the daily, I said the price action is pretty meh. Like you can't really see a lot. The main things you really see are the daily. Like the monthly and the weekly are like more clear. The daily is just doing its thing. We did create multiple fair value gaps, indicating bullish order flow, indicating we are still pretty bullish. But I did mention in the charting session that even though we are really bullish on the higher time frame, I am an intraday trader. I am a day trader. So if I see a clear opportunity to short, because maybe the markets are not going to be constantly trending to the upside. Maybe we want to retrace maybe into this order block once it gets validated, or maybe we want to sweep this high and then go lower, or maybe we want to go for these lows before going higher. So manipulation always happens, or maybe this can just be a retracement so we can continue higher, or maybe we can come lower and then keep going lower. You never know, you know what I mean? It really just depends how the markets react to these areas, and that's what I'm going to be looking out for. I'm going to have this area marked out. This is a previous swing high on the daily, and I want to see how we react to this area. Do we close below with the next daily candle below this area or above this area? Do we go? And I'm going to be looking at this high right here, and I'm going to be looking at this high this low right here, and obviously the weekly fair value gap too. That is the low of the weekly fair value gap. So I'm going to be looking mainly at this weekly fair value gap too. Like, if we come back to this area, how do we react to this area? And those are like mainly my main PDRAs right now, just marking out the range high and low that we are in and the weekly fair value gap. And I want to see how we react to these areas if we do approach these areas. Do we close below these lows with displacement, or do we clearly wick through these lows right like this? Do we clearly wick through these lows like this, and then you can clearly see we close above, and then we're probably going to keep going higher? There are multiple things the market can do, and you really have to just wait and react on what the market tells you. The market is just a puzzle, and you just have to figure out the pieces. It's just telling you a story, and you need to be able to identify what is most likely going to happen next in the story. So yeah, those are like the main things I'm going to be looking at. I don't really have a lot more to say, to be honest. That is my weekly that is my forecast for the upcoming week. Let me pull up the economic calendar for you guys. Forex Factory for the upcoming week. We have Monday, I'm pretty sure it's Memorial Day, so I will not be trading. There's going to be low volatility. There is no point in trying to hop on the charts and waste your time on the charts. If you want, you can do that, but I personally will not be hopping on. It's going to be a low volatility day, and yeah, probably the chances that there is going to be a setup is really, really low. And even if there is a setup, probably not going to be an A+ setup. Tuesday, we have consumer confidence, even though it is the day after a holiday, because Memorial Day is supposed to be a bank holiday. So this is a bank holiday. So after a bank holiday tends to be, or I don't really know, but someone said in the chat of my charting session that it tends to be a day with low volatility. But I will not be taking that advice, because we do have red folder news, and everything can happen. We can still find a good trade. And yeah, Wednesday, usually if there's news or not, it tends to be a good volatility day, good price action. So with my strategy, nevertheless, tends to be a good day Wednesday. So I will just be looking at the charts Wednesday, and we might get a good trade that day. I don't know. And then Thursday, we have a lot of news, which can be really good. We can have a lot of volatility in the markets, which can be good for price action and just trade opportunities. And then Friday, the same thing, 8:30 red folder news. We can get a good setup. So yeah, we have a lot of news. I want to see how this news is going to affect the markets, and basically what are we going to do? Last time we got to all-time highs, we just really consolidated, and we didn't really do much, and then we retraced lower, and then now we have that leg, that expansion leg to the upside, which made us come back to all-time highs. So I want to see now, are we going to continue higher, or are we going to consolidate like last time when we reached the all-time highs? So yeah, I personally like when we have these type of market conditions that we consolidate, because we have a lot of trade opportunities within this. I don't really like the trending conditions, because market really just tends to go without you. So yeah, but again, the market doesn't care about me, and it does whatever the fuck it wants. So we'll just have to wait and see, and stay patient for our trade opportunities, and wait for our opportunities to play out. Again, if you guys want these charting sessions and you want to catch the same trades as Jerome and I, just DM me on Instagram or on Discord, and you can get access to the VIP room. And if you want more of the in-depth charting sessions, just let us know. Besides that, I don't really have a lot more to say. Again, just staying patient, staying disciplined, try to build good habits, stop having FOMO, and do your best. Always try to perform your best, even if you make money or not. Try to always be on your A game, because that's the name of the game. Small, consistent gains. Just try to be consistent. Don't try to aim for big RR wins or stuff like that. Just try to stay consistent. Try to do your best possible analysis every single day, following your model, following your plan, and eventually you will succeed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and take care.